Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Hopefully, you're having a wonderful day and a wonderful start of the week. It's me, TK, your coach on the rocks, and today, as usually, I'd like to talk about leadership, especially stepping up to lead, taking the first step, which I think is necessary if you want to become a leader yourself. So last week we had a bunch of workshops with some amazing groups of people, and we said, well, until the 6th of March, you will need to appoint one of you to become your small group's leader, right? So there's a bunch of leaders that would need to be appointed. We have actually worked with 8 teams, and I've actually really experienced what the role is about. We actually had an interview with someone that had this role previously in the previous iteration of the program. So I really did my best to properly explain. I said it's probably best to use democracy, how to uh, get the person elected, what is the person, what are the qualities of the person, what are the qualities that it's probably best to avoid, how much of a responsibility it is. And I think they were happy, but they also knew that, one of them will have to step up and say, look, I want to be a leader of this group. And I think that's the right way of doing that. But I've also had some experience years ago working with a company, a young company, where one person actually stepped up to lead and they were rejected in a very difficult way. So what happened is, they were going through the struggles. I was helping them out, and one person said, "I would like to be the chief marketing officer for this company." Out of the blue, they were a very quick learner, and they've learned some things about marketing. And in fact, this company hasn't been doing their marketing quite well. But what happened next was actually quite difficult for everyone involved because essentially this person didn't receive a no, but they definitely didn't receive a yes. They were just silently rejected. Everyone sidestepped it, tried to ignore what the person has said, and it just felt really awkward and awful. I tried to help, but essentially, what happened is everyone wanted to have an influence on marketing. Everyone was very opinionated on the topic. Not that everyone was taking action, definitely. It wasn't happening. Um, but the person, instead of saying, look, right, I'm going to prepare a strategy, I'm going to take initiative, I'll drive it forward, started with a title, started with the authority. Like the authority was needed. I'm sure that if they prepared an amazing strategy, they would be able to push it through or even invite anyone. And I'm sure people will be reasonable to see that. But somehow the first thing they started with is, can I have the authority? Can I call myself a chief officer? Not necessarily the way that a servant leader would show up. But there it went. And, not soon after, the person actually left the business. Quite an awful thing. Quite a difficult story, really, of this business. And I did my best to help them, but I think I could have done better. Maybe in this situation too. But I think it all started from this moment. And yet, I'm asking all of you that want to lead to have the courage to step up. But the important thing about leadership, especially in the servant variety, which is the one we help to grow, the agile leadership, is it's not about the authority, it's about taking initiative. And taking initiative and being selfless is what really gets you the leader. Taking authority may not always be accepted. It doesn't always come first. And if it does, it can lead to some interesting outcomes, not always productive. But about that, I'll have to tell you in one of the next Coach on the Rocks shows. Have fun, and hopefully, I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.